What's up, everybody? John Arapoli here with My MMA News. And hey, first interview here of the new year, so welcome in 2022. I'm talking to Vanessa Demopoulos here today. She's fighting Silvana Gomez Suarez at UFC Vegas 46 on January 15th. That, of course, will be the first UFC card of the new year, so I'm sure we're all looking forward to seeing everybody's favorite fight promotion get back into the swing of things. Let's welcome Vanessa in here. Vanessa, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate the time.
What's up, guys? I'm so excited to be here with everybody.
Yeah, can't wait to talk to you here today. So we have a lot of good things here to talk about. So we'll start, I know we were talking a little bit before we came on air here, had a great conversation. So we'll start with the latest thing here, which was the holidays, of course, which just wrapped up. How was your holidays? I know you said you got to go home back to Cleveland, spend some time with the family. So just, what was it like getting to see your family? And I know you're in the middle of fight camp too, so it must have been nice to get away for a little bit.
Yeah, it was nice to get away from fight camp. Actually, I'm one of those people, you can't get me out of the gym. So that was a little difficult for me to even go home. But man, I loved seeing my family. It's always so heartwarming. We got cute little matching pajamas and took all the photos. And I did not get to enjoy the family martini that we did, but it was such a good time, just to get together with my nieces and my sister and, my grandfather and my aunts and the cousins. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Yeah, it's always nice getting together with the family for the holidays. And I know you mentioned there too, you're a gym freak. You always want to be inside the gym, and we see that on your Instagram account. So I wanted to ask you this: you could say I'm a workout freak, not of course, you professional athletes are, but for example, on Christmas, I made sure I got a nice, at least 20, 30-minute run in that day. Are you the same way? Do you have to work out every single day? It doesn't matter if it's a holiday or not?
Yeah, I am. It's so hard for me to relax a little bit sometimes. People are literally have to shake me, Vanessa, chill out. It was actually I did work out on Christmas and Christmas Eve, but it was hard to, because I'm such a family person, and it's I didn't want to take any second away from being there with them, because I currently live in Phoenix. Most of my family's in Cleveland. Some of them are in Florida. And it's to get all of us in the same room, I just wanted to soak up every single second, But they were encouraging of me. They're like, Vanessa, go get that shit and then come right back. You won't be thinking about it. You'll be able to clear your mind. I'm like, you guys are right. So that was kind of nice, that they encouraged me, but it was so hard to do. I don't know how people do that.
I'm the same way too, but a lot of my family doesn't understand. What, you mean you're really going to go for a run on Christmas? Yes, I'm going to go for a run on Christmas. I just need to do it, need to get it into my system there, just to feel like it makes the day complete whenever I get a workout in. And I do want to stick with fitness here actually for a little bit. So yeah, I was checking out your Instagram here prior to the interview, and I saw some of those workouts that you were doing. I mean, holy crap. The shape that you're in, is that a lot of CrossFit stuff? Where exactly did you kind of get yourself into this whole kind of fitness routine like that? Because I'm looking at the workouts you're doing, and my legs were sore. I went down and sat down on the couch just from watching what you do.
Yeah, I guess I've always been an athlete my whole life, and I love being an athlete. I love being in the gym, but I've never done CrossFit. Actually, people ask me all the time, and it's I got these super awesome biceps, But I honestly, pole dancing is my background, and I feel anything I ever do, I want to be great at it. I don't want to waste my time. I hate wasting time. So I'm I love doing this, and I'm going to give my heart to that. And I just happen to create this lifestyle of fitness around the thing that I love the most, which is just being active, being creative, and being an artist. So it's really worked out in my favor.
Obviously, I was paying attention to all that, but you said pole dancing. You made me stop. I'm like, wait, did you just say pole dancing? Explain this. What's this pole dancing background here? You have me a little tongue tied right now.
Yo, no, the Cardi B of MMA right here. Y'all better recognize, okay? I was an exotic entertainer for 13 years, and I was very competitive in the industry and extremely competitive for myself when it came to pole dancing. I was very self-taught, but I loved the movements, the function. It's very functional movement. It's a lot of strength. Every pole trick literally uses every muscle in your body. People have no idea how difficult pole dancing is. And you have to think really fast, because you're 2 to 3 stories in the air. You're literally hanging on by a limb. You just hope that you're doing the correct things quickly enough that you don't fall to your doom, because there's no net to catch you. it's a pretty dangerous sport, actually, when you look at it like that.
So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and ask this question here. Now, my parents watch all of these, so I am sure they probably could know that I do this anyway, but it's going to be out in the open here for everybody here. I tend to visit strip clubs frequently, at least maybe 2, 3, 4 times a year, so...
No judgment, no judgment.
Oh, no, I've noticed, like, exactly what you were saying, like, it's, you know, when you go to, I mean, there are some strip clubs that are lower end, but the good ones that you go to, like the girls that are doing it, I mean, holy crap, really good shape, and like to see you guys like twist around and get your body in different positions like that, it's really is, I mean, it's an art in all reality, because it's so difficult to do something like that. And now, okay, I gave you the compliment of how tough it is to do it, but how many people is it the opposite when they heard of your background, right? When you hear exotic dancer, people must, think you're like, I don't know, low life. Like I'm sure you've probably heard it all from all of these people whenever they've heard you said that you were an exotic dancer.
Oh, for sure. And I actually wrote a whole book about it. So I've written 2 books on the industry. The second one I haven't released yet, but it's literally talking about the stigma that people have, what people think the industry is, what it really is, and why, like, some of it makes sense, like the taboos, some of them are true, let's be honest, but we're not all the same, just like not every fighter is the same, not every interviewer is the same. And I let people like judge me for who I am as a person. And I feel like if they're going to judge me externally for what I've done, like it's what I did, it's not who I am, first off. But second off, like, let people put whatever opinions they want on my life. Like, I know myself, my family loves me, and that's all I really need, is that confidence in me. But yeah, that's definitely that. Like, people are gonna judge me, and it's one of those, like, I put it out there, so you walk into that. Like, you're never gonna come up behind me and be like, oh, this is what you did. Like, fuck yeah, that's what I did. Like, it got me to where I am today. Like, thank goodness that's what I did.
One of the things I could guarantee, which was great about that industry, though, is I'm sure you had to make a lot of money, because I've seen people go in and spend big money to get dances with beautiful looking women like yourself. So I'm sure when you were doing that, like that had to be a huge positive of it, was getting that money every week like that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I made a lot of money in short amounts of time on my off schedule from training in the gym all day long, on top of it being like an extra strength and conditioning session. Like, I literally looked at my stage routines as a whole nother workout. Like, that was, 1, pole dancing is not easy. 2, if you're really out there, like dancing, like it's a freaking workout, And it was great. Like, I was working just only 2 or 3 nights a week. I was making enough money that like I didn't have to focus on anything else. I could literally just train all week long. And yeah, I got to travel the whole world fighting and competing and doing all the things I wanted to do, and to be able to chase my dreams and make it here to the UFC and solidify my place here, all thanks to my job as an exotic entertainer.
All right, so I have 2 more questions about this industry that I have to ask, and this is just me of being just being a fan of that industry and hanging out in those types of establishments. I've never gotten to go, like, there's always usually a room where all the dancers and entertainers are. Like, one of the places I visit frequently, it's like an upstairs room, and it seems like I was never back there. I don't know what happens up there, but it seems like you guys like to party really hard up there. What's it like when you're in those back rooms, just you and the other girls in the back there? Do you guys party pretty hard in the back?
I mean, my life is a giant party, so you should see me in the gym. I'm crazy, man. Yeah, I definitely say so. Like, my lifestyle is partying, like as an entertainer, 100,000%. But also, like, I'm a fighter, I'm an athlete. And I think that I have always kept my values in front of me. So no matter how hard the party is, like, I party sober personally, like, and I know how to have a good time and be a good time. And it's a lot of conversation. It's a lot of getting to know people. And it's a lot of making people feel comfortable with who they are. And that's really where the biggest dollar amounts come from. But these are secrets that I give away in my book. So I've literally trained like thousands of girls around the country how to create profit in this industry. But yeah, it's a good party. But if you're doing it the right way, you can come out of it like pretty all right.
Okay, well, I don't want to give away everything that's in the book, but if it's okay, just one more question about the industry that I have to ask. Just one more. Every time that I go to one of these places, it always seems there's always some old guy off in the corner, probably has a good amount of money, but I always feel like he pays the women to just sit there and like hear him talk about his life. Like, did that happen a lot when you were working? The guys just wanted to sit there and talk to you. They didn't care about going off and getting a dance or anything. That they just wanted to pay a bunch of money to have you sit there and talk to them?
Fuck yeah, please pay me to sit and chit chat. I'm about that life, you know? I always tell them, I'm like, I love dancing, but I'll totally like just get paid to sit here and look pretty for you. Like, absolutely. There's guys that just throw money just because they want to be the guy who throws more money in the club than anybody else. Like, there's all different types of people who are spending money in there. Not everyone's in there with bad intentions. Some people just want to actually have a good time with their friends and hang out and just throw their money around. Like, why not? I'm here for it.
All right, we could have like a whole like half-hour conversation all about this, but
this could be a whole episode of just stripper fighter talk. Like, yes.
But I'm sure the reason why everybody's going to be tuning into this is to hear about this upcoming fight. So we'll save the chit-chat of strip clubs for another day here, and we'll get back into this whole entire fight that you have coming up here. Right now you're in training camp. Just talk a little bit about camp as it's starting to wrap up for you now. Just how's it been going out there out in Phoenix at MMA Ready as you prepare for this fight?
Yeah, I've had the best camp. Like, I mean, every fighter was going to say that they've had the best camp. But honestly, like, I love being here in Phoenix. I love being a part of Fight Ready. I love being a part of Siege MMA. It's like, it's become family so quickly for me. Like, Santino DeFranco is my head coach, you know, Eddie Cha. Like, you have, like, Angel Cejudo. Like, all of these just, like, big names. Henry Cejudo's in there, like, almost every day. You have a lot of the champions that are rolling through. Figueroa's getting ready for the belt right now. We just had Wei Lee, like John Jones is coming through. I mean, I can keep name dropping if you'd like, but there's so many amazing caliber athletes in there, you know, world-class caliber of coaches, of athletes, and of human beings that I get to surround myself with in that gym. And just like, there's nothing like that. You know, there's nothing like getting around a room like that. Like there's never going to be another time and place where you have just like so much rising energy in the same room. And I'm really honored to be there at Fight Ready and at Siege MMA.
Yeah, so obviously we know that Fight Ready is one of the best gyms in the world. You just go ahead. You said the resume for it perfectly there. So I wanted to ask you though. I know.
I mean, they have me. No, I'm kidding.
#1 exotic dancer in all of MMA trains there. So, but for real though, you've trained at a number of different high-level places. I know you went out like the 10th planet. You've traveled so many different places. What is it about Fight Ready that made you want to call that home and make that be your home base?
Honestly, I would probably say Santino was a huge portion of that, and just knowing the things that I wanted to work on as an athlete. I wanted to have MMA focused training camp, you know, versus like before I was very separated. I moved here from Los Angeles, and when I lived in LA, I had like a different gym for jiu-jitsu, a different gym for Muay Thai, a different gym for my strength and conditioning, a separate boxing gym, like a separate wrestling gym. Like all of the things I did were in separate buildings with separate coaches, and none of them were able to really come together to really see the full picture of what it was that I was working on. When I came to Fight Ready, every coach is at the practice. Every coach is at every practice. Like your wrestling coach is watching what you're doing with striking. You know, like the striking coaches are watching you in your MMA. Like the strength and conditioning coach is showing up for your sparring rounds. Like literally, it's amazing to have a full team of coaches and athletes all come together, and they get to see the full spectrum of you. And then when you walk away to go do your specific arts, they know what it is that you need to focus on. It's just, that's why I chose this gym. It's amazing.
Sounds like it too. I mean, you laid it all perfectly there, just how great the treatment is for you. And now, as you're preparing for your opponent, I guess how exactly then having this great facility, like how do you guys go about it? Like, do you let your coaches kind of look at the film, come up with the game plan, or like, are you involved in it? Are you sitting there watching film with them? Kind of how do you go about preparing for like one specific opponent like you are right now?
I'll definitely say that previously I've always kind of like felt like I was a little bit of my own head coach. So there's a lot of things that I naturally do as an athlete preparing for a fight, but this has been great. It's been like, just having so much attention, from the coaches, and just like knowing, like having so much confidence in they are champion coaches. Like they do know what they're doing, and being able to trust them with their knowledge and with their processes. It's been a really cool camp.
And talk a little bit too about your opponent now. I know we've talked about how great the camp's been, how great the gym has been. Just talk now a little bit about your opponent. I don't want you to give away like the game plan per se, but just talk a little bit, maybe some strength and weaknesses and kind of how you see the fight going on fight night.
Yeah, I see my hand getting raised, and this being a boss ass fight, like I could run it down for you, like but y'all are gonna see and find out next weekend. Like that's just the bottom line right there. We both have full training camps, and shit, I'm ready to walk in there. I'm ready to do this.
And we're looking forward to seeing it. And now, if it's okay, I do want to stick to training lines here. I know we talked a lot about Fight Ready, but I did mention before, right? You do travel to other gyms. You do check out the scenery around the world. Just talk about that a little bit and how that also helps too, because obviously it's great being in an amazing gym like Fight Ready, but obviously every gym around the world is doing things different. A lot of great minds in other gyms. So just how great is it when you do make these trips just to head out for a weekend here, a weekend there, spend a few weeks just working with other people, and how beneficial that is to you?
Man, that is like, it's amazing to be able to see the different caliber of athletes all around the world, and know like I have trained with world class in everything, and I've seen it, and I'm just like, I'm so blessed, I'm so blessed to have been able to make friends all around the world, to be able to go there and train. Like I have been a part of other camps, and everyone's got their thing, everyone's got their niche, but I feel like when you're in one gym, you don't know what's outside those walls, like, okay, so like you could be really good in this gym, and as soon as you step outside the walls, like you're getting like swamped. And I've gotten the luxury of knowing where I truly measure up. I've competed so much in other martial arts, and everywhere, that it's like I see where the different levels are. I know myself. There's a different level of confidence, like you can hold your head just a little bit higher when you really truly do know. Like I've actually fought the best in the world, in their very specific arts. Like that's fucking awesome. Like, and there's nothing like being able to have that experience, to be able to travel, to know and to see.
Yeah, great experience. And also along these travel lines too, I wanted to ask you, so you said born and raised in LA. You're in Phoenix right now. I'm sorry, you were born in Cleveland. Were you born in Cleveland?
Born and raised in Cleveland. I lived in LA for a bit. I lived in New York for a bit too. And now I'm here in Phoenix.
Okay, so all right, let's see if I got all these lines in here. Born in Cleveland, LA, New York, Phoenix. You also go to the PI quite a bit in Las Vegas. I've seen photos on Instagram in Costa Rica, Mexico. You've been everywhere. It might be easier to name places that you haven't been now as opposed to places that you have been in. Out of all these places that you've gotten to travel and live and work out and see, what's been the favorite so far, and why would you recommend traveling there?
Man, where did I just come from? That was really awesome. I forgot where I was just traveled to, and I had like a whole jiu-jitsu camp there. We were like doing jiu-jitsu in the middle of the jungle. Was it Costa Rica? Does that sound correct?
I think it was, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Costa Rica. Wow. Oh my gosh, that place is absolutely breathtakingly amazing. I highly recommend going there. Like, man, they love martial arts. They're super friendly. The food was incredible. The scenery was incredible. That was a vacation of a lifetime for sure. And I got to do jiu-jitsu like 3 times a day. So like I couldn't beat it. It was amazing. That was really cool, yeah. And we just came back from Cancun for the EBI. Yeah, I've been in Abu Dhabi. I got to fight jiu-jitsu out in Abu Dhabi. Like, that was amazing. I got to go down to Brazil for some MMA. Like, I've had some cool things happen in my life. God is really good to me. I got to tell you.
I'll tell you what, you're living one hell of a life. That's for damn sure.
Hey, I'm going to keep living it.
As you should, as you should. And now one last thing now before we head out, and it's actually a very serious question to ask. Your UFC debut, I know it didn't go your way, but it was tough, right? You're making your debut in the sport's biggest promotion. It's on short notice. It's not in your weight class. So now here we are here, full training camp. You're getting to fight at 115 pounds in your natural weight class. Is this kind of where the world kind of gets to see you finally, like, showcase your full skills? Because obviously we know what happened in the debut there. Now is this kind of like the moment that you gotta get to showcase everything off to all the fans? But yeah, this is what I am all about right here in strawweight, my weight class.
Yeah, absolutely. This is my weight class. I've never been a 125er. It was an amazing opportunity to be able to take on, and even still, I still did amazing. I still went all 3 rounds with a veteran who, I guess on paper was supposed to like just knock my lights off. And no, it didn't even happen. Like, I was in that bitch the whole time. Like, I was about that life. So now I get to walk into my own weight class and just like, be a part of it, and really get to like, yeah, be myself, be me. I've had a whole ass training camp, like, this is great. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, yes, let's go. You literally hit the nail on the head with your question, and my response is yes.
All right, Vanessa, a lot of fun here today. Before you roll out, I know you mentioned the book before. If you want to go ahead and tell people where they can find that. Also, social media management, sponsors, anybody you want to give a shout out to, please feel free to do so. Floor is yours.
Yo, guys, check me out, Lil Monster Demo on Instagram, and I'm always trying to have a good time. I've been a little bit quiet, because like I'm constantly training and getting it, but it's almost fight time, y'all. So come through. Thank you so much, Rove. Rove CBD has been like a huge part. I've been able to sleep so much better and recover. My goodness. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. That's it. Fight ready. Siege MMA.
Well, what a way to start off the new year. What an amazing interview. Thanks, Vanessa, for the time here. Really appreciate it. That was one hell of a conversation, from talking about strip clubs all the way to talking about fight week and traveling the world. Just what a great conversation here today. I hope everybody that watched it here enjoyed it. And if you did, please go to the bottom. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And also, keep going to MyMMANews.com, checking out our great work from not only myself, but my colleagues as well. We have great content that comes out there 7 days a week. We also have one hell of a social media account too, so make sure you go to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Give us a follow on there. And if you want to find me on Instagram or Twitter, I'm at John Eric Poli. We'll see you later, everybody.